My name is Ethan Fernhaber, the founder of Renewing Management. We have over 4,000 apartment units across the great state of Indiana.
And I'm Amanda Warren. I'm the president and co-owner of Renewing Management, and we have over 120 employees.
Renewing Management is a homegrown management company. We started with a single double-wide trailer in Owensburg, Indiana in 2003, and now we own and operate over 30 communities across Indiana. I think what sets us apart is that Amanda and I have had most of the positions within the organization. So we know what it's like to lease units or to collect rent or even to help trash out or paint a unit. That being said, the people are the most important part of what we do, and we truly care about the residents who reside within our apartment communities. So we see ourselves as more of a holistic, solutions-based property management company. So we tend to focus on underserved cities and underserved markets throughout the state of Indiana, whether it be a small town or an area that may be in transition. And we try to overserve that underserved demographic, and that's given us a unique competitive advantage in the marketplace.
We restore hope by transforming communities, and we've done that through transitioning communities, distressed communities. We've purchased them, we've done complete renovation. I think we restored hope with the residents living there. We answer the phone calls, we're there 24/7 with maintenance, not just small fixes, but going all the way through and doing some big repairs. So it's a place they really enjoy calling home.
I'm really excited about how our company provides education and self-development opportunities. It really starts from the beginning. So our new hires, they will take an onboarding course that gives them some really need-to-know information from the beginning. They are connected with a mentor, someone who's seasoned, who's been with us for a while, who will guide them through their first 90 days of employment and offer training. And their direct supervisors also provide individual training through our training checklist. And we have our orientation, which is a really fun process. They get to know a lot of the corporate support staff, and we do some interactive things as well as a training session with that as well. All of our employees have access to some of our resources through SOPs, a library of them that give them step-by-step guides through our processes and policies. We have a renewing pathway program. So if someone is interested in advancement, they would do a skills assessment that we would give targeted training on based on their skill gaps, and then they would be first in line for opportunities that arose. We really offer a lot of different activities and options. We offer a monthly training call where employees have the opportunity to volunteer to join the call, as well as workshops like our budget boot camp and leasing workshop.
When I took the property manager position, I dove into the SOPs and I really made sure that I understood how to do my job. And by doing that, I was able to excel. And so I was offered the opportunity to start mentoring. And for me, I would say that's probably the favorite part of my job, because I love helping others succeed. We meet with them 3 times within their 90 days, and then we do an exit interview with them as well. And it just allows them more room for growth and more opportunity as well.
Being a mentor is rewarding when you see people succeed and they're exceeding the expectations, or they're getting promoted to the next level. When it was a leasing agent and now all of a sudden they're a property manager. We spend a lot of time, energy, effort, making sure that they understand that we're there and we're willing to train and help and show them anything they want.
We keep looking at training facilities. We do have a new training facility that we just implemented about 3.5, 4 years ago. Electrical, plumbing, everything it's new that comes up every day. We have a good training facility that we work in.
I also just took my CAM test. That would not have been possible without Renewing Management. Not only does Renewing support me in getting those certifications, they also support the IAA by pushing it to where everybody in our company has that same opportunity within getting these certifications.
Renewing Management Fund's a non-for-profit organization that gives back to the community, our employees, and other organizations that we partner with to do things like our Give Back Days. We've assisted employees and residents with troubles that they've had in times of emergency, to really just try and give back to as many people as we can. So the Give Back Days is something that we organize to where all of our employees get like a half day or a full day off. However, we organize it around volunteering and local opportunities in the community to help. I honestly don't think I've ever worked for a company that takes time and effort into actually caring what people do and think for others. And I think a great example of that is the medical grant assistance that we do. I've never in my life worked for a company that will openly help people with medical debt just for the sake of helping people get back on their feet again.
Our bonus structure is like out of the ordinary. We have work order bonuses. You get completed in a 48-hour period, you get an X amount. Emergencies are the same way. Within five hours, you get X amount of dollars for that too, in turns.
If I could describe the company in one word, it would be dedicated.
Renewing as a whole for me is family.
Renewing is intentional. I believe that they do everything for a reason to make sure you know you're valued.
Family.
It would be hearing.
The word I would choose would be engaged.
Some of the challenges that we have faced in the last several years would be like employee retention. So what we've come up with, quite a few ideals, would be like the living wage increase. We've done a substantial amount of studying for that, and I think we fit fairly across the board where everyone else is at as well.
I think this industry is really hard, and I think that we have assembled the greatest group of people to have the commitment to understand we have to get uncomfortable to get things done. I'm in it for like the problem solving and for our employees and for our residents. There is always something that can be done to improve any kind of situation. So it can get creative at times with some of that stuff, but I think I feel so privileged to work for an owner that will put money back into the communities that we serve, because I don't have to have a hard conversation with someone and let them know I can't do it. I can always find a way.
I think one of the recent challenges that I was faced with, when starting with renewing, they pride themselves on buying communities and they hold on to them, which is very different than most companies. And we were recently faced with the challenge of having to tell some staff that we were selling a couple properties. And so that was a very serious, hard challenge. These people were not expecting this. So it was a hard conversation to have. Fast forward to about a week and a half before the closing, and I said, let's all meet again. We know the closing's coming up. I was able to sit down and have a conversation and say, I know that we didn't have a spot for you, but good news is we have a spot for you. We have a couple new positions that we've created. So it was a total turnaround, and it's just an example of what Renewing Management does for their employees.
Okay, I think Renewing Management merits this award just for the simple fact of the love, the commitment that everyone has, from the president to the founder, all the way down to site level, that we show every day to every one of our employees.
This company has shown me a whole new life. It has changed my goals, and there's not many companies who I believe can achieve that with their employees.
Why does Renewing Management deserve this award? Because they're awesome. They go above and beyond in every single way that I've seen in my almost 3 years at this organization.
The reason why Renewing Management deserves this award is because it's not just a place to work. It's just not a typical company. They care about the people. They care about them personally. They care about their work life, their personal life. They care about residents. I can't even express the gratitude that they give everyone, the hope that they give people. It's 100% something that I believe in.
I would say Renewing is completely different. I have never worked for a company where I felt like I mattered.
I think that we have done a lot of good for the citizens of our state and for our employees who work for our organization. We haven't been the flashiest property management in the past, but we've been faithful about execution over the years.